Have you ever wished for a superpower? What if you could turn everything you touch into pure, solid gold? Sounds amazing, right? Well, today, we're diving into the ancient Greek myth of a king who got exactly that wish. And let me tell you, it didn't quite go as planned. This is the story of King Midas and the golden touch. Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Phrygia, lived a ruler named King Midas. Now, Midas wasn't your average king. He was incredibly, fabulously, ridiculously wealthy. His palace overflowed with gold. His vaults were stuffed with jewels, and yet it was never enough. He spent his days counting his treasures, always dreaming of more. His greed was like a fire that could never be quenched. One day, a strange visitor stumbled into his royal gardens. It was a satyr named Silenus, a very old and very tired companion of Dionysus, the god of wine and celebration. Instead of throwing him out, Midas showed the satyr kindness, offering him food, drink, and a place to rest for 10 days and nights. When Dionysus came looking for his friend, he was so pleased with Midas' hospitality that he offered the king a reward, any single wish his heart desired. This was the moment Midas had been waiting for, without a second thought. His eyes gleaming with avarice, he said, "I wish that everything I touch turns to gold." Dionysus sighed, knowing this was a foolish wish, but a promise is a promise. He granted it. At first, Midas was ecstatic. He felt like the most powerful man on earth. He ran through his palace, giggling like a child. He touched a twig, and it became a golden branch. He touched a rose in his garden, and its delicate petals turned into gleaming metal. He touched his royal throne, his bed, the very pillars of his home. They all transformed into dazzling gold. He was a master of creation, a king of unimaginable wealth. He spent hours turning ordinary objects into priceless artifacts, marveling at his new power. But the golden bubble was about to burst as evening fell. Midas sat down for a magnificent feast. He reached for a juicy apple, but the moment his fingers touched its skin, it became a hard, inedible lump of gold. He tried to drink a cup of fine wine, but the liquid solidified in his hands. Panic began to set in. How could he live if he couldn't eat or drink? The true tragedy, however, was yet to come. Hearing her father's cries of distress, his beautiful, beloved daughter ran to comfort him. She threw her arms round him in a loving embrace, and in that one terrible moment, she too turned to gold. His living, breathing daughter was now cold, lifeless, golden statue. The horror of what he had done crashed down on Midas. His immense wealth was now a source of unbearable pain. What good was all the gold in the world if he had lost the one person he truly loved? He had traded his daughter's laughter for a silent, golden prison. Broken and desperate, Midas prayed to Dionysus, begging the god to take back this horrible curse. Dionysus, seeing the king's genuine remorse, took pity on him. He told Midas to go to the river Pactolus and wash his hands in its waters. Midas scrambled to the river and plunged his hands into the cool stream. As he did, he felt the golden power flowing out of him, a shimmering trail of gold dust washing away downstream, forever leaving gold and sand on the riverbanks. He rushed back to his palace, his heart pounding with hope. There, he found his daughter, alive and well, restored from her golden form. He hugged her tighter than ever before, tears of joy streaming down his face. From that day on, King Midas was a changed man. He was no longer greedy, but humble and wise, sharing his wealth and finding joy not in gold, but in the simple, precious things in life, a flower scent, a good meal, and the love of his family. The story of King Midas is a powerful reminder that true wealth isn't something you can hold in your hands. It's about love, connection, and appreciating the simple gifts life offers every day. Sometimes, the things we want the most aren't the things we truly need. Thank you so much for joining me for this story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button for more myths and legends. See you in the next one.